And as always, we appreciate you joining us here on this Tuesday edition of Weather Impact Now. I'm Chief Meteorologist Trevor Burchett. Certainly a hot one out there today. And unfortunately, the temperatures are just going to continue to climb, or at least stay hot here through at least Thursday. Maybe a little lower by the weekend, but probably not much. Now, today is the last day of June before we go into July. So I want to start out with kind of a look back at a month in review. We always like to do this as we round out the month just to kind of crunch the numbers. Highest temperature of the month was actually 95 degrees. That was set about 4 hours ago. Today, the hottest day of the month. Actually, the hottest day of the year so far in Memphis. Again, the high temperature 95. Lowest temperature 66. That happened a few times. That was on June 3rd, June 16th, and June 23rd. The average temperature, once you combine all of that, is about 79. That takes into account the high temperatures and the low temperatures. You get an average of the two at about 79. That was actually a little below average for the month of June, down about half a degree. Precipitation actually above average for the first time in a while. We ended about 1.5 inches above normal. Still low for the year, though. Departure about 3 inches below normal since the start of 2026. Weather impact alert does continue here for both Wednesday and Thursday. Temperatures going to pretty much hold steady here. Heat index around 105, and that's really what we consider the danger level. Once it gets to 105, your body just really can't get used to it. Even if you think you're used to it, even if you've lived in Memphis for a while, you know this happens every year. 105 is the heat index that our body can really start to struggle. So stay hydrated, and if you have to be outside, make sure you're taking plenty of breaks. 92, the current temperature right now in Memphis, but look at Corinth at 96, 92 in Clarksdale, 93 in Dyersburg. Heat index in Corinth, 107. Feels like 106 in Clarksdale, 105 in Covington. Right now in Memphis, the heat index is 97, but it has been much hotter than that earlier today. The highest heat index we got in Memphis was about 103. Dew point still very high at 72, and again, that measures our humidity. So when you're talking about a dew point in the 70s, it's very uncomfortable. We actually might see that humidity rise a little higher by tomorrow and Thursday. So a very hot evening. I do expect clear conditions, but it's going to be hot. Temperatures in the 90s through at least 8 o'clock, and then dropping into the 80s after that. There's really not a lot of relief in the overnight hours either. That's kind of another thing we've got to deal with here. We only dropped to around 80 degrees. So for folks that don't have a cool place to go, or if your AC's not, working at top speed, it's going to take a while to cool down the house, even if the temperature's at 77, because it's going to go right back up the next day. So not a lot of relief even in the overnight hours. And then tomorrow we ramp right back up. 80 degrees in the morning as you're starting out. Temperatures do get to around 95 or 96. A couple of clouds passing by. But again, the humidity does stay high tomorrow. So we're talking about a heat index about the same as it was today, close to 100, maybe even 105. It is going to be another very hot day tomorrow. Also hot on Thursday. After that, the heat index does come down a little bit. Again, we consider the danger level to be about 105. So we've got the weather impact alert there for tomorrow and Thursday. That's just to show you what I think are going to be the hottest days. After that, it's still hot, just not quite as hot as it's going to be for the next couple of days. I try to highlight what the worst days will be. Rain chances are low, but they're not zero, and I actually did bump them up just a little bit for the next couple of days. I think there could be a few sneaky pop-up showers through the end of the week. Saturday looks mostly dry, which is good for the 4th of July, and then more pop-up storm chances next week. Most of us are totally dry through Friday, but I did include a slight chance of a couple of pop-up showers. The models are picking up on it. Notice here at 2 o'clock tomorrow, an isolated shower or two. Some models are a little more aggressive with the rain chance. They have a higher chance of thunderstorms, especially in North Mississippi. I still think the odds are very low. I would not count on a shower tomorrow. I would not expect a shower tomorrow, but there is at least a slim chance that one of those little pop-up thunderstorms does manage to develop. And it's going to be the same thing on Thursday. Again, the chance is very low, but there could be one or two lucky neighborhoods that get a quick little downpour one day this week to maybe knock you down 10 or 15 degrees. But again, I wouldn't count on it. The odds still appear to be pretty low. Humidity on the Muggy meter actually does increase a little bit here. Look at Thursday and then Friday into the weekend. So it's going to be staying humid even if the temperature manages to come down just a little bit. But I still think we're above average for the first several weeks of July, first couple of weeks of July. Average high is about 91. Outlooks show us a little above that, at least through the middle of July before we get any real relief. So we are in the heat of it now. Again, temperatures might fluctuate just a little bit, but at least for the next couple of days, I think that's going to be the worst of it. So again, if you've got to be out, take breaks inside or in the shade. Drink plenty of water. You really want to start drinking water the night before. If you know you have to be outside, hydrate a lot the night before. That'll help your body. Remember, kids, pets, friends, family, neighbors, we got to check on each other in this kind of heat. One phone call to make sure you're doing okay can really save a life. So take it easy, be a good neighbor, check on those folks, especially if they might not have a cool place to go. 4th of July weekend looks okay. It's just going to be a hot one, typical in Memphis. 95 Friday, very slight shower or storm chance. Saturday actually looks mostly dry, partly cloudy, 94. Heat index around 100. And then again, I think by Sunday and next week, we are going to see slightly increased rain chances. For now, though, odds are pretty low. I can't rule it out for the next couple of days, but we do have that slight chance of a pop-up shower or storm. High temperatures in the mid-90s. Heat index closer to 105. 95 on Friday, 94 Saturday for the 4th of July, 92 on Sunday. I do think Saturday looks like a dry day for the most part, but by Sunday we get that slight chance of a shower or storm. And next week we get more of the summertime pop-ups. Monday, Tuesday, better chances for some isolated thunderstorms. Still not going to rain in every neighborhood, but I think by next week we do have at least some pop-up storms that'll keep the temperatures closer to average, which is about 91 for this time of year. All right, obviously a big weekend here in not only the Mid-South, but across the region. Coming up after this, we'll check in with Daniel for your forecast here at home and in the surrounding states if you are headed out for the upcoming holiday weekend.